Hey Mini enthusiasts, how are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're well and I hope you're having a great day. So in today's video, we are going to be painting the floor pan on the racing green and getting in colour. So I'm really excited. Obviously, it's already done now. So that explains all this mess behind me. So let's get straight into it. Let's see how we get on. Let's get this floor pan painted. Right, so next up on the Mini, I need to paint the inside of here. Maybe not everywhere, but certainly where the new floor pans have been put in. It's already been seam sealed, as you can see. It's absolutely dusty as anything at the moment. So the first thing I need to do, I've removed the seat brackets already, but I'll remove the ashtray, get the handbrake lever out of the way. I need to paint that top dash rail as well. I'm probably not going to go mad here, but I'm just conscious, like these bits, or this cross member, if you put the standard carpet set in, is visible, so we'll probably clean that up nicely so we get a nice paint finish on it. But I am in two minds actually, because I might, let me know what you think, because you can buy like the MPI single piece carpet now, can't you? One piece that goes in and covers all the cross member and everything like that. I might put a single piece carpet in, but I'm not sure, I'm undecided. I need to put the floor bungs in. Probably need to unbolt the rack again and move it so we don't paint the bolts. Remove the handbrake lever, remove the ashtray, and really just have a good hoover up in here. Hopefully it'll look better once I've had a hoover. I have got new floor bungs there. I think from memory, I think you have to heat these up. And then they sort of melt into the hole. I'll be back in a moment. I'll get that hoovered out. Maybe we'll get those floor bungs fitted and then we'll have another look. There was one thing I forgot to show you actually. I don't know what's going on, but both door bins in the back, that one pretty scratched up. That'll be fine. So I'll have to paint up to the door bins. This side's got massive dent in it. I don't actually know whether I'm going to have much luck in getting that dent out, and I don't know why it's been dented in like that. I don't think the seat interferes with it there, but it probably be hard to see how deep that is, but it's a really deep dent. So I don't know, see what I can do with that. I might have to get it out the best I can, then put a skim of filler over it, although it is really deep. Luckily though, you don't really see it. Right, so yeah, used a bit of heat on there, got the metal till it's cherry red, and then I've taken most of it out, and then obviously it's still a little bit lumpy. I'm just gonna whack a skim of filler over there and hopefully that'll sort it out. I thought I'd just show you as well, this is my new tool. It's a GMC, Global Machinery Company, come off eBay. Carbon fibre, look, ooh, and magnesium. Yeah, it's just a DA. I've got it rigged up so obviously it runs off the extractor, so keeps the dust down, but it really cuts through really quickly. The only downside with it is it's big and clunky. As I say, I got it off eBay. It was about 50 quid, wasn't very expensive at all, so not a bad buy that is if you need a DA. As I say, the only downside is it's a chunky old tool. I have got an air powered one. Well, I say I have, this is Mark's one. This works really well, but it consumes so much air, it's unbelievable. But if I need to get in any tight little spots, I'll probably use that. But yeah, I've not got a very big compressor, so that needs a very big compressor. So let me get a skim of filler on there, and then yeah, and then really all I'm doing now is just DAing it all, getting it all ready for paint. I don't know. I would say I'm not going to go too mad. I'll go up the front of the bulkhead, I'll do this beam in the middle, and I'll probably just blow over. Like I say, if I put a one-piece carpet in, you're never going to see it again. But you know me, I want it to be right. Right, this little tip comes from Mark. So if you've ever fitted these floor bungs before, or haven't fitted them, or about to fit them, it's got like a, feels like a hard plastic edge around here, and obviously the clips on the bottom. Now what you need to do is put it in the hole, bend out the clips a little bit so there's some tension. So that's pulling the bung down, and then just get a heat gun and just heat it up, and the plastic melts and seals it up. It's turned yellow, but what will happen when that cools back down again, it will turn pink. Let's get the other side done. And there we go. And there's the two on the other side that I've done a moment ago. Right, so a little while later, it's all rubbed down in here. This has been filled now. It's probably not perfect, but it's certainly much better than it was. The other side doesn't need filling, just rubbing back a bit. And we're pretty much ready for primer now. Now, I'm not going to go too mad on the primer. I'm going to etch prime where I've got bits of bare metal, and then I'm going to use filler primer over pretty much all that front, but in the back here I'm just going to do the bits that need priming. I'm not going to prime this original paint, and then I'll just dust the whole lot over with a coating of green, and hopefully it'll look alright. It's looking okay at the moment. And the primer I'll use, I know some people did mention to me about using a different colour primer for greens, like a black primer, because obviously it won't show through. This is primer that Mark gifted to me, some of his leftover. It was almost a full can. I've used quite a lot of it, but I'm a bit of a skinflint, so if I can get away with using that. The only thing is it's quite old, that primer. It's got lots of lumps in it, so yeah, you need to use a decent paint filter with it. And I've learnt my lesson this time. I've covered up all the back. I don't want to get overspray inside there. So I'm going to get some etch primer on here. We'll get it in primer. That's probably the next time you'll see me. It's actually today, for me, is Christmas Eve. So I'm trying to get this done quickly, because I'm going out for a meal this evening with the family. So get this done quickly, and then I'm not sure when I'm going to paint the colour. Might do it Christmas Day. Or Boxing Day. I don't know. Maybe I'll rest. Right, that's the first coat of primer on. It's taking forever to dry, actually. It's 14.4 degrees in here. It is a bit cold. I haven't got any heaters on either. Which, surprisingly, for this time of year, Christmas Eve, that is pretty mild in the UK. It's been pretty mild this week. Need some proper cold weather. Bit of frost. Bit of freezing. There's plenty of crap in it by the looks of it, but I'm not too worried at this stage because that'll all get keyed back before we go with the base coat, the green. Like I say, I haven't done the middle. I don't really see the need to be honest. If I do the whole lot in grey primer, it will take so much paint to get it all covered again, like it did in the boot. And like I say, I'm not even sure we're going to see this. If I fit a one-piece carpet, that'll be it. I'm not very tidy today. I'm a bit all over the place. This paint, now remember I said it is like proper lumpy. Got to use a paint filter with that. Yeah, it's just old paint, but it's come in handy, so thanks Mark. Right, I think I'm going to give that another 20 minutes and then I'll give it a second coat. Right then, I've got no idea where we got up to. It's day after Boxing Day, so I did take a couple of days away from the Mini. I refrained from coming out here. Obviously that filler primer is all dry now. I just need to key that back really, just get it ready for the base coat. I was in two minds whether I'm going to do any more to this. It's got a few little pinholes in it. Yeah, I think I'll just do a final quick skimmer filler over that. And then, I mean, this all feels lovely and smooth, but I'm sure there'll be imperfections in it, so we'll give that a quick once over, key it up and get it ready. Then we'll get the base coat on there. I do need to warm it up in here though. It's only 10 degrees today, so need to try and get that up near 15. And just at this point, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone that left me comments over Christmas. Obviously I put out videos Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, so if you're watching this video, you haven't seen the other ones, please go back and watch the other videos. That's the only downside with putting videos out very quickly like that. They generally don't get very good views because people miss the videos. But thanks for everyone that left comments. I think I've read all of them, replied to most. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. And yeah, just thanks for your ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. Right, let's get this rubbed back and let's get some paint on this floor. Right then, big old mess behind me, but let's turn the camera around. Let's have a look how the paint come out. Right, so in the main, pretty good. But again, I had a massive reaction down on this bit here. And I do not know why. The first coat, there was no reaction. Second coat is when it reacted. I am not a painter. I try, I do my bits, things tend to come out okay, seeing I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm putting the second coat on too quickly. I'm really not sure. There were some other reactions in areas, but really where they don't really matter. But again, I'm going to leave that, because the problem is if I sort that out now, if I want to sort it out now, I'm literally going to have to wait 2 weeks for this paint to fully cure and harden before I do anything with it. So even though I reacted, I might as well just carry on, get it all done, and then, you know, in 2, 3, 4 weeks time, I can just do that little bit like I will in the boot as well. But like I say, let's not get on a downer. The rest of it, pretty pleased with. So that's that door bin there. That was huge, great big dent in it. Pretty pleased with that. The door bin over that side, pretty pleased. The cross member, there's bits of crud in the paint, and you'd have seen at the very start of the time lapse I had to get the hoover out again because I sprayed that top half. And the thing about spraying, especially inside the car, it just, if there's any dust in anywhere, it will just spray it out, and that's what happened. So top dash rail, you know, it's way better than it needs to be honest, but the important bit is I've done up the sides because those bits are visible, and up the sides here. Again, there's a bit of a reaction on this vent here. I'm not sure why it's reacting. I think it can't be in the paint because the paint's fresh out the can. I think it's maybe airborne. I don't know. I've got loads of cleaning gear in here that's got silicons and silicates in it, and that really messes up paint. So I don't know whether it's that. I don't know whether it's oil out my compressor. I don't know, but it is what it is. I've done more than I was intending to do on the floor pan. I wasn't intending to do the floor pan all in gloss as well, that front part, but I did do. I just had a bit of lacquer left in the pot, so rather than throw it away, I might as well paint it on the car. But although this looks fantastic, that's gonna get sound deadening material all over it, like silent coat, so that all looks great. But I guess to any, you know, when I sell this or in the future, so many people bodge up minis and they're hiding stuff. At least I'll know underneath that, and I can evidence it in the videos, that underneath the silent coat, underneath the seam sealer, it's all been done properly. Not that I intend to sell this car, but no, just generally really pleased. Yeah, I didn't do the bottom of this seat base. It didn't, you know, doesn't really need doing. And like I say, there's a bit of crud in the paint. But it's the floor pan of the car. Probably beating myself up a little bit. I even buzzed a little bit of paint over that lower dash rail as well, just because it looked a bit naff. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. A little bit disappointed with this bit, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. I'll learn why it's doing that, but yeah, there we go. From a few feet away, looks absolutely beautiful, which for the floor pan of the car, what more can you ask? So there we go for today's video. Again, thanks once again for tuning in and watching. It hasn't come out too bad, is it? Considering what's work has been done here, it's had inner and outer sills, it's had floor pans, it's had flitch panels, it's had inner wing repairs, it's had the toe board repairs done on it, it's had the top dash rail repaired on it. Yeah, it ain't bad at all, is it? So thanks for tuning in again. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment if you'd like to. I'll read all the comments. And if you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. I will catch you again on the next one. Cheers.